Hello, this is Monkey Controller, and this is going to be my first review on EXP Reviews. Here I'm going to be viewing the PlayStation Network downloadable title, Flower. Now, lots of people think Flower, it's kind of a girly game. No, it isn't. It is fun, it is calming, and to really explain it, you've got to play the game. You won't understand it unless you get the full feel of playing the game. Now, with Flower, let's go on to the story. The story isn't really told. At the beginning of each level, it shows you these pictures, these brief pictures or little animations that don't really say much. And even though that takes away a storytelling aspect of it, it kind of leaves you to imagine what the story is. It gives it in so many different perspectives. It lets you make up the story. It lets you make it what you want it to be. It's not necessarily a bad thing that it doesn't have its own story, really, because it gives you that opportunity to make it what you want. It's actually a really good aspect, but on the other hand, it might have been nice to have a bit of a story, but I think it could have ruined it if they took a story into it. But anyway, moving on. Now, the gameplay is got to be some of the simplest gameplay I've ever seen in my life. Because what you do is tilt the controller to turn using the 6 axes, and you press any button you want to boost. It's so simple, it's so easy, and it flows brilliantly. As in, the 6 axes is very responsive. You speed up at the same time. It's just the way you speed up, like when you want to stop and you release on whatever button you're pressing, it's very responsive. It does it straight away. It's not as if it takes ages to stop or anything. It flows really greatly, and to say the way you use it in the gameplay is you play as the wind, and you go around all of these levels blowing past flowers. Now, the aim of the game is really to get to bloom as many flowers as possible. Now, there aren't any scores or anything, but to get to another section of the level, you must get so many flowers, or you must get these certain flowers, if you see what I mean. But some things about it are, some people have said to me that it seems too simple, the gameplay is too easy. It's not supposed to be that. It is supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be simple, but the reason why is because it's supposed to be calming. And if you don't believe me about the calming, look up the Gadget Show playing Flower. That proves that the game is calming. Okay, now on to the next one, presentation. A presentation is key in any game, everyone knows that. But it's not the biggest thing. But the graphics on Flower, now, oh my god, that has got to be the best graphics on a downloadable title I've ever seen. All of the textures, all of the colours, it's fantastic. All of the motions of the grass when the wind blows through it, it's incredible. It is by far the best looking downloadable game out there. As for the music, it does have some. It has really soft music that really calms you, and when you bloom a flower, it makes a chime noise that seems to always blend well in with the music and never takes anything away from it, like never upsets the flow of things. It's just truly great. Now, yes, there is only one player, but you wouldn't want there to be 2 player. 2 player would just be silly. Online would just be stupid. And altogether, a one-player experience. This is just a great one-player experience. If you've had a bad day, just come down to it and play Flower. That's all you need to do, and then your troubles just go away with the wind. Now, there's one other aspect that I should really talk about, which is the length. Now, there's only 6 levels, and to be honest, it will not take you long to complete at all. It would be very surprising if it took you more than 4 hours. That is like the maximum I would expect you to complete this game in. That is the maximum, and that's with taking breaks. But the one thing about that, you might think, oh, that's just way too short, I'm going to play it once and then I'll never play it again. No, because the levels don't get boring, they don't seem tedious. Yes, you know what to do, but even when you're playing it first, it is still straightforward. It seems to take your breath away every time you play it. It's just brilliant, because the 6 levels are great. Well, actually, I think there might be 7 if you include the credits, because the way that you play through the credits is that each time you bloom a flower, someone who was developing its name pops up, and it's fantastic. So overall, I'm going to give Flower a 9.2 out of 10. Now, I can tell you, if you don't have this, buy it. It's only £6.75 or something like that. It is worth it. And if you're one of those people that have stress balls, you need this game. You need it, or else your life isn't worth living. Well, it is, but it'll make it a lot better with Flower. Trust me. Anyway, next time I haven't decided what I'll review next time. But anyway, I'll see you then.